All right, welcome to what we call the Fantasy View Global. I go by the names of Rock and David, and smash like button, comment, and share. We are here to talk fantasy. It has been really some days, and I was without obviously coming in here. But I tell you what, we are in here to bring you the latest news and information about picking your fantasy squad, and I'm here for game week 4 to pick my fantasy squad, and I've already gone ahead to submit it in there, and I'm here to obviously share my thoughts with you about my ideal team that I think is obviously gonna be getting me points that are really good in there for you. Smash like button, comment, and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun into the mix. So for you guys, I really want to let you know that it is really good to obviously have you in here and see to it that everything really goes on well as planned. So for starters, I want to thank everyone for subscribing to this channel, because we're really growing deep into the subscribers that we really have in here onto a beautiful channel, and we promised obviously bring you the best of the best as you guys really want it to be. Now, my team has the following. You understand? Let me obviously flaunt it in here for you. My team has the following, and I'm really having David Raya in goal, and I think they're going to be playing against Nottingham Forest, and I do believe that he's obviously going to be one of those high point gainers in there for you, because he has a high chance of keeping a clean sheet. That is it. And I know he'll obviously be in position to obviously make some good saves that will obviously collect some good points for us. You understand? Then we go to what we call the central defense. Newcastle is going to be playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they're going to be hosting Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I don't think that Newcastle is obviously going to be giving them a very big bulk of work to do into this, and all my mind tells me that the side of Newcastle will obviously do well when they're really attacking. You understand? In the due course of them really attacking, that will lead to the likes of Livramento to obviously have a huge say into this fixture, and you know to it that when going forward, that is his biggest attribute. You understand? And I think that Livramento will obviously do a very huge job into that particular fixture as they will play against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I don't think that he'll obviously get exposed. He'll be one of those who will obviously do the needful. Then we go to Matthias de Ligt. Manchester United is going to be playing against Man City. You understand? And Man United playing against Man City, I do believe that the club known as Manchester United will obviously defend very well, because City will have the lion's share of the possession and United will do the defending, and they will obviously see themselves doing the needful to see to it that all really goes on well as planned. That is the side of Matthias de Ligt, and that's why I obviously went ahead to keep him in my team. And Gehi, by the way, last week Gehi got me huge points, 15 points, because he came from the central defense and went ahead and obviously scored very many goals. That is Mark Gehi for you. So in this game when they're hosting Sunderland, I do believe that he's really gonna be shining. You know, Sunderland is a very good team, but I believe Gehi will have a lot of time to obviously spare and really play very well, and I do believe that he's gonna be one of my highest point earners this week. Now we go to the midfield four. The mid four, Pamet Assar is really in fantastic form. Remember, he scored the winner when Senegal was obviously beating a team known as DR Congo. You know, in that game, DR Congo went ahead to obviously score 2 goals, you know, in the first half. Then I think is Gueye Nicholas Jackson, and in the 89th minute, a winner was scored by Pameta Sarr. And I think that he'll build onto that when he comes into this game of football. And Spurs are obviously gonna be playing. Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur are really gonna be playing away at West Ham, and I think they are in a proper shape to obviously shock a team known as Tottenham Hotspur. That's what I really believe in. Now, let's go to Mohamed Salah. Salah is into my team, and I do believe that Mohamed Salah will really deliver. You understand? Liverpool is going to be playing against Burnley. I do believe that this is an easy fixture for Liverpool in there, and we'll see to it that they really get him in, to see to it that all goes on well as planned in there. So that is Mohamed Salah for you, and that's why I went ahead to bring in Salah into my team. Man City is going to be playing Manchester United. One of those players that I believe is obviously going to be doing good is going to be Reinders. Reinders is obviously going to be one of those players that I believe will come in through and really put in a very huge shift in that midfield when they are playing against Manchester United. And I do believe he'll earn us some points this week. Adingra, Sunderland is going to be playing away at Sunderland is going to be playing away in London against Crystal Palace. I do believe that it's obviously going to be a highly competed game for, and Adingra will obviously do the needful as Adingra to put in a very huge shift. I don't know whether the manager will obviously start him, but in the previous game he came off the bench. But I think this time around Adingra will command a starting position into that team. Then we go to these other players, the front three. By the way, this week I'm really smelling some huge points to be brought onto my already accumulated points by these front three. That is it. When you look at João Pedro, Chelsea is going to be playing against Brentford away. I do believe that the guy will obviously shine. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about a guy called I'm talking about a player called João Pedro. He will really score, because even last time he earned us some good points. I think he got us 9 points. And then this time around when they're playing against when they're playing against Brentford, he will really shine, because Brentford has lost very many players. Mbeumo, Wissa, you understand? Nogard was playing that side, so they've lost some good number of players, and I do believe that they are really a weaker side than they were with Mbeumo and Wissa and Nogard. That's what I really think. So we wait and see how that pans out, but João Pedro has gone ahead to come in through. Now, Ekitike. Liverpool is going to be playing against Burnley. I don't think that Isak and Ekitike will not shine. But for me, I'm really having Ekitike in my team, and I do believe that it's obviously going to be Ekitike to obviously go ahead and really shine into that particular fixture, and that's why Ekitike is really there. Then Victor Gyokeres is really one of those that I believe is going to come in through and really put in a very huge shift. I do believe that he's going to come up and really put in a very huge shift as a player to see to it that all really goes on well as planned. And Gyokeres is going to be representing Arsenal as they take on a team known as Nottingham. If there is a player that I'll obviously look at to come in through and really shine, it's none other than Gyokeres. I know Ebelechi Eze is going to be into that squad of Arsenal, and he'll create mob chances for a player known as Gyokeres into that particular game of football altogether. You understand? So that is my starting 11, and that's why I've gone ahead to choose those players. And I think that they really earn me some good number of points altogether. Trafford, he's one of those goalkeepers, but I think the coming in of Donnarumma really is going to force me to obviously get him out of my team because he's not going to be a regular starter. He's going to be a bench player. Patrick Dogu is another one that I think I'm obviously going to be putting up for sale, you know, in the midweek coming. Saliba is there, and the manager has told us that he has passed the lead fitness test, and he's going to be part of the squad. They are going to be really... they are obviously going to be really trying to find out whether he really gets into the starting 11 or he plays off the bench. But I tell you, Saliba will get in minutes. For Cunha, injured, and no yet huge update about him. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I really want to see what your thoughts are about my fantasy and my fantasy team, and what you think about my team, and whether you think it will obviously take me places. Thank you for watching in this channel. We sign out for now. See you later. This is my fantasy, and I'm out for now. Bye bye.